Welcome back, everybody. Another edition of Thoughts with T.G.K. I don't know why I drink this, but it's alright. It's pretty good. No sugars, or 1 gram of sugar. Anyway, so what are we talking about today? Today I'm going to talk about how the WWE Go Home shows, before their pay-per-views, this is what they call them, the Go Home show, suck now. So, for those that don't know what that term means, the Go Home show is basically the Monday Night Raw or the SmackDown before a pay-per-view that's coming up on that weekend. Me, I've been a fan of wrestling since, I think, Shawn Michaels won the Royal Rumble in 1995. So I got, what, damn near 23 years of being a fan of this stuff. And back in the day, especially in Stone Cold's time when he was on top, their Go Home shows back then on Monday Night Raws or even SmackDowns later on when the show became a part of WWE, the Go Home shows, they made those shows feel like a mini version of the pay-per-view. They brought out the kitchen sink. They let it all hang out. I'm talking about they did everything they could do to gain your interest in the product for the Sunday coming up of whatever pay-per-view it was. You know, not only would they garner that interest, they would make you emotionally involved. And WWE now these days have lost all of that. I'm to the point where I don't even watch Monday Night Raws or SmackDown Lives on the Sunday before. You know, like I don't even watch the Go Home shows anymore because it's like there's just never surprises. There's never like thought or creativity into making sure the people in the actual arena or even the people at home actually enjoy this stuff. So you're as a fan, you're in a catch 22 because it's like you love this stuff. You enjoy just, you know, the theatrics of wrestling. Although we know it's scripted, but it still suspends your reality at times. But when you're so invested in it, you get kind of offended when the WWE is not putting their all into the product. For example, Monday Night Raw, your WWE champion, the main champion, your Universal champion, I'm sorry, is not even there. And for the most part, there's supposed to be some sort of interest with the babyface, whoever is the main babyface. And right now, the only main babyface that they got is the Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins, which everybody loves him, but where are we going? You know, there's no structure in the storylines. There's no interest being garnered or generated for Money in the Bank. We got Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax, but it was just like thrown together. Like nothing came from it to be like, oh, I can't wait. It was just like, let's go ahead and get this money, which in the long run is not going to turn into that for you. So I feel like I'm getting away from the point, but what I'm trying to say is the Go Home shows no longer have that how would I put it, that aura of like, damn, I have to be home. I got to watch all 3 hours of this because I can't miss nothing. Back in the day, man, I'm telling you, they would bring every single surprise you could think of. They would make you so mad that Vince McMahon is just like getting after Stone Cold or they're screwing The Rock or whoever main babyface. Like they would make you so emotionally involved that I got to the point where I was telling my dad, like, can you please pay for this $50 pay-per-view on Sunday? What do I got to do? I got to cut the yard, got to do this, what it, you know, it made us as fans do whatever we had to do just to be able to watch the product on that Sunday because we know something special is going to happen. And I think a lot of what WWE is missing now is having something special happen because it's to the point where it's so predictable that it's boring. It's stale. There's no enthusiasm behind watching it anymore. For the wrestlers, I'm pretty sure they would love to have a different say or they probably feel like it's a good product. I don't know, but you know, outside looking in, I feel for the wrestlers, but at the same time, this is all WWE's doing. Like they've become so commercialized and such a corporate product that is no longer for the fans. And back then they have competition in WCW. Now they don't. So it's just like, who cares about the fans and the go home shows? Like, we're just here to push Roman Reigns, you know. So that's my 2 cents. Those are my thoughts, with no thoughts, with T.G.K. on WWE's go home shows just being trash now. I mean, it's so bad to the point where I don't watch it. I just wait till like 11, 12 o'clock at night to watch it on YouTube. I'll watch all the highlights, 10 minutes, cool. I got to see everything in 10 minutes versus 3 hours. And even in watching the highlights, I wasn't inspired to watch it on Sunday. That's a problem. It ultimately is a big time problem. And WWE got to do something about that, man. Because as a fan, I went to WrestleMania. I went to WrestleMania here in New Orleans, here in Dallas. I've gone to your SummerSlam in in Brooklyn last year. I've been to Survivor Series. I've gone to a lot of your pay-per-views. I've got to watch all major 4 pay-per-views. And for the most part, I leave halfway disappointed because of the effort that y'all put into the product. Like, what are y'all doing anymore? Is the product about Brock Lesnar? Is it about Roman Reigns? Those two guys ain't working. What are you doing? What you built up Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins this whole time, and it's like you're not pushing them. You're pushing them, but you're not, you know, putting the green light on them. It's time to put a green light on somebody the fans want, instead of shoving down the people that we don't want down our throats. Pause. But anyway, WWE Go Home shows, you suck. And I'm not watching tonight either. For Money in the Bank, I'm not watching. I'll watch it on YouTube later on. Good thoughts with T.G.K. Catch you on the next one. It's good, but I don't know. It's alright.